Hello, friends. Hi, how are you? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to my show. Hello, hello. Hi to Cheyenne Musk with a very interesting last name, like Elon Musk. Hello, hello. Gonna log into my Instagram comments now so I can see them on my screen. Hello, friends. I'm wearing my new star sweater today because you're all the stars that I need. Instagram to hello LinkedIn. I know I'm going live on LinkedIn too. Say hello and drop a comment letting me know how you're doing, how you're feeling, and where are you right now. Kwaku says, good morning, super lawyer Marina. Thank you, my friend Kwaku, always watching here. And Kwaku is saying that he or she is watching from Kentucky. Hello, hello. Write me in the comment how you feeling, how you doing this morning, and where you're watching me from. Hello from Somali 1010. Hello from Lily and Faro. Very nice. Good morning. Welcome. For those of you who are just joining and maybe you don't know me yet, my name is Marina Shepelsky. As you can see, bottom of the screen, if you're watching me on Facebook or on YouTube, I'm an immigration lawyer with 21 years of experience in the United States. Zenaib is watching from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to my show. Welcome. And I'm here to talk about immigration news. I'm here to talk about what's going on in US immigration and to answer your questions. Adriano is watching me from Connecticut and has the cutest baby in his picture. I love babies. My husband has to give me a whole spiel, a whole speech about how we're not going to have any more kids because I really love kids, but we have already like five, so that's enough. Um, Adriana says, thank you for the event. Thank you. Manish is from Illinois and watching us. Always so supportive. Thank you to my friends who are so supportive and watching me. I've been meeting people. Oh, look, I put up a little tree. I don't know if you can see it behind me right here. My little Christmas tree, even though, to be honest with you, I'm Jewish and I don't usually celebrate religiously. Christmas, just like this time, I feel like we all need a little cheer in our lives. We all need like a little pick me up, a little, something to make you smile. And we even got a little Christmas tree in the house this year, not for the actual religious meaning of it, just because we like this season and we like the idea of livening up our house. We put on the lights, and that's it. Nasir says, "Good morning, Ms. Shepelsky." And he said he saw my 2 years old vlog and he likes to subscribe and he wants to go live with me. Very good. Welcome. I'm so happy you're watching. Subscribe and share this video with your friends because I always give very useful information and I really don't do any selling in the show. You guys know the people who are watching me for a long time, write in the comments if I'm like selling anything in the show. No, do information shows. I love to talk about information. I love to talk about new things that I'm learning and sharing with you guys. And if you want to hire us, that's on you. That's great. I'm happy to do that. But if you can take this information, we had somebody here who Adriana says, did you know that I'm your client? I have a feeling, but I can't share that information here. It's not ethical for me to say and pull out who is my client. Um, so I had somebody here. I don't know if he's going to join today, but basically, he said he was watching me for 2 years and always asking me questions about what to expect. Can I travel with my where am I going to get my green card? And eventually, he got his green card. And he said, "Thank you so much." Even though I wasn't his lawyer, I was never his lawyer. It helped him, and that makes me feel really good. And I love sharing what I know with you guys because this is a really complex area of law. I went to a conference on Monday, the New York ALA chapter. So I'm in the New York area. So we have two offices in New York, in Brooklyn and Manhattan, and we belong to the American Immigration Lawyers Association, a very powerful organization of immigration lawyers who get to talk directly to judges and Congress and CIA, all, ICE and so on. We talk to them directly through our organization. So it's a very powerful lobbying organization. I'm part of it. And we always talk about the knowledge. We get together every few months. I go to a lot of these conferences. So I just went on Monday to one in New York, and we talked about the fact that there's a lot of changes are coming. I mean, this is part of the news that I wanted to discuss with you today. A lot of changes are coming, and you all know that under Trump 2.0, and they kept saying 2.0 and 1.0. So Trump's second administration is 2.0, 2.0. They said a lot of changes are coming. Nobody really knows right now what's coming, 100%, right? But from what we already survived, and I survived, and many of our colleagues survived during the first term, we expect similar things because we kind of saw trends. We saw what was happening, you know, the first time around, the ideas behind what was happening the first time around. We expect those types of ideas to show up again under Trump 2.0. And not to say anything bad about the Biden administration, but just so that you know, this year they shut down the borders and they have put some laws in place that are pretty serious. And if you don't apply through the CBP1 system at the border, you're not getting asylum. They're not even going to let you know, about what's happening. They're going to turn you around and send you home. And that wasn't Trump, that was Biden, okay? So just to let you know, changes are coming, and a lot of changes happen under Biden. Now more than ever, information is your biggest weapon, your tool, right? You need to know what's going on, and you need to understand what's happening. And sometimes lawyers can fix situations that you cannot fix on your own, or tell you good advice. Like, I'm really good at giving advice. I have a great team, and we all share like the work on the cases. But if I'm the one giving you a consultation, or you work with somebody from our office, you're going to get advice, and you should listen because you know exactly what we're talking about. Because we talk to other colleagues. Sometimes I don't know what to do. I call a few people, and I get like sort of the consensus of what to do. There's enough work for all of us. So that's what I learned. What's important to remind everybody today is that there's a new form coming out for the green card application. Okay, I'm going to interrupt myself. Ahmed says, is the President Biden extended the EAD card renewal? So this is a question. I'll get to it. Cecilia says, as always, Attorney Marina, thank you for educating us. That's why I'm here. I love to talk about this stuff and educate you guys. Raizan Zahid says, watching from Saudi Arabia. Wow, Riyadh City, amazing. And Rayan says that, Marina, your advice is the best and you're amazing. Thank you so much. Tan Yang says, friend, yes, nice to meet you. I love you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate your help and support. These are Instagram comments, and I'm looking at my screen because even though my camera for Instagram is here, the comments are on my screen because I'm blind and I turn it on my big screen so I can read it. Very well said. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get back. Okay, so new form. I'm going to go back to what I was saying. New form is out for the green card application. It's called I-485, 485 application to adjust status. So that's a new form. It has some changes in it. Even though it's supposed to be more simplified, it's actually more complex. Take it from me. I've been doing this for a long time. This form used to be like 5 pages. And just out of curiosity, how many pages is it now? I'm opening it on my screen, and I'm going to share this with my people who are watching me on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Here we go. So the new form I-485, if you're watching me on Instagram, I'm just going to talk to you through this. I'm scrolling through this form. It went from being like 5 pages 20 years ago when I just started to 24 pages, 24 pages. And there's now a new part of it, a new part of it. There's new questions. Yes, I see they have reworded the questions. They have made it a little bit easier, but they also added questions here, and they added a whole section about your financial eligibility for a green card. This is the public charge rule. So they added a whole section here. They also got rid of the form I-864W, which was for anybody filing for asylum based on like humanitarian grounds. And so you don't need that form. The questions are now right in this form, in the green card form. And there's a whole section about your financial situation and if you're going to be a public charge. In other words, you, the new immigrant, are you going to be so poor, unable to work, uneducated, sick, and whatever, that you are going to be a burden on the American taxpayers, and the taxpayers are going to have to pay for your health insurance and other benefits. So that's in the new form that was never there before. This is going to scare a lot of people who are worried. And I always get this question, even from people who are like approved for VAWA, people who are approved for asylum. I've had, Medicaid, I've had free health insurance. Am I not going to be getting a green card? And the question is, yes, you will be getting a green card. And under Biden, even having Medicaid for people who are going through family unification was okay, right? But not anymore. So we'll see. Under Trump, it might go away. We don't know, but it might go away under Trump. So that's the idea that I wanted to share with you. We're going to stop sharing the screen now. So let's get into your questions. As of today, the main news was this new form, I-485, that you have to send the medical with it right now. Oh, another update. Uh, Everyone filing for a green card, whether you got asylum or you're filing for VAWA and a green card, you're filing for a green card through work, any type of green card application has to attach your medical exam. Your medical exam that has to have vaccinations and all that should be attached. Right now, if you don't, they will be turning and returning the packages to you. All right? So there you go. Let's start with your question. A question from NATO. This child case was 2 to 1G. Now they're asking for joint documents from me and my husband. We have all the bills. So, okay, they went for an interview for a family petition of a stepfather, it looks like, for a child of his wife to get a visa. And they put them into administrative review, 221G. Now they're asking for more documents to prove that the stepfather and the mom are married, have joint documents, bills, taxes, leases, photos, but we no longer have a joint bank account. Is this going to be a problem? If you have a lot of other things, this might not be a problem, but it's very individual. And of course, guys, for everyone here, nothing I say here is meant to be advice, right? Legal advice, just educational information. If you want to talk about your specific case, give us a call. And my phone number is on the bottom of the screen, 718-769-6352. Or go on our website, schedule an appointment. They're paid, only paid consultation. And if you're watching me on Instagram, click on my profile. All our contact information is there. So we can address your situation. It should be okay, even without the joint bank account. All right. Zainab is watching from Chicago, Illinois. Hello, hello. All right, Manish has a question. Hi, madam. I want to renew my work permit in May 2025. If I will apply in March, is it okay? It will take advanced payroll and EAD. Both are coming 5 years. A new government and change. Okay. So I guess the work permit is expiring in May of 2025. Should he apply in March? So when you're when you look at your work permit and it's expiring, you have to file within 6 months to renew it. So as soon as it gets a little bit less than 6 months, like 5 months and 29 days, you can file to renew your work permit and advance parole. And right now, they are sending the new renewal work permits and advance parole, duration 5 years. So that's going to happen. Will Trump's changes affect those who come legally with a visa? I think, yeah, a lot of things will change. So we'll see. But yeah, I think things will be changing. Kawako says, after responding to a request for evidence, how long will it take to get the work permit and advance parole? It's been 139 days now, thanks. Hard to say. Hard to say. It's a few months for sure. Is the President Biden extended work permit card renewal for, so this is something else I should have mentioned from the news. Um, they announced, USCIS announced that anybody filing for renewing your work permit, your EAD employment authorization, instead of getting the letter that says automatically renewed for 180 days, you will get a letter that says you're automatically renewed for 540 days. So it's like a year and a half, okay? So the question is the President Biden extended work permit card renewal to 5 years, begins from January 12th, 2025. Is it true that I should renew my EAD now or wait? No. Okay. So um, you have the two things confused, okay? President Biden administration is now issuing work permits, the new work permits that are good for 5 years. You don't have to wait for January. They're already doing it. They've been doing it for like a good year or so. What is changing is what I just mentioned, that when you file to renew it, they will give you a letter that your old one, that one you have right now, is extended automatically by 540 days. You'll have a letter saying your old one still works, and there's 540 more days that it will work. You'll have a letter. When that work permit, the new one, the renewed one, arrives, that will be good for 5 years. So you don't have to wait. No, you're fine. You can file even now. Um, Jazzy Khan says, request for evidence. They're asking for the I-693 medical form and the I-864W with supporting documents. Was my VAWA approved? It sure looks like it. But it might not be the case because they're changing the form now, and maybe it's just part of that. So it's hard to say. If your VAWA was approved, you should have received a letter about it. And if you go into your USCIS account or even just online, you go to case status USCIS and you put in the number of the case for your VAWA, you should see the status. Okay. Okay, Nasir has a question. He has two questions. First, I'm here in the US for 6 years. I came as an F4 family visa and my 5 years got completed, but still I couldn't apply for naturalization because I didn't save fees for my 5-member families. Advise me. Uh, I don't know. It's hard to say what type of case can you file for. It sounds like your family. F4 family visa. Okay. Uh, F4 is siblings of U.S. citizens, and 5 years is not enough. Okay. And also, if your status is not lawful, the F4 will not help you get a green card. You won't be able to get a green card. Why don't you give us a call for a consultation? This is too much to unpack here. My wife and 3 kids are here. They're 2 adults now. The sister's case was filed like 5 years ago. The kids are aging out, but my daughter's under the age. Please call us for consultation. The phone number's at the bottom. We have to look at the papers, the ages. It's hard to do here. Fatuma says PD in October 31, 2016, December 22, 2022, case categories F2B, all chargeability from Nairobi in Kenya. When to expect interview appointment letter? Do you think I will get it within 2025? F2B, oh, this is priority date. PG is priority date. Okay, so the current visa bulletin for January 2025, which is very soon, shows the F2B for people inside US. So if you're inside the United States, inside US, you're looking at cases filed in 2017. If you're not here, if you're outside of US, F2B, they're looking at May 2016, okay? So if your family petition was filed on October 31, 2016, you are here in the US, right? Then you should have your interview soon. But if you're not in the US, they didn't reach your date yet, okay? If you're outside of US, they're only working on May 2016, and you filed in October 2016. So I think it's going to be another 6 months, but likely that in 2025 you can get an interview. Ahmed says, thank you for your clarification. You got it. Nasir wants to know if mom, 75, is in the back in the home country and living with his sister. Can I sponsor mom and invite her here for a visit visa? She wants to see my kids or grandkids. Give me what to do. You cannot sponsor. You don't have a green card yet. Only people with a green card sponsor people to come here. US, but wait, no, they passed. I'm sorry, they passed May already. You filed in October. They passed May. You should hear from them soon. I think in 2025 you'll have your interview. Jazzy says, I got a letter from my I-485 form to get a request for evidence. So they requested evidence for the medical and the I-864W. While it was approved 6 months ago. Thank you. Yeah, so green card is going to get approved soon. What is the approval rate of asylum in Seattle, Washington? Okay, let's go and share my screen. So that you know, I Google the words track, TRAC, immigration judges by city. Okay, I'm gonna open this and then share my screen. People watching me on YouTube, and we can look together. So let's look for Seattle. Here is Seattle. Over here, the first column shows you the judges in Seattle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 judges. And the rate of approval is between 18% to 41 approval rate. So between 18% for Judge Kenneth Sogabi to Judge Paul DeFonso for 41 and 0.3% approval. That means that your rate of approval is somewhere in the middle, probably like around, let's see, 18. So 41 minus 18 is, wow, 2 plus 22, 23. Okay, divided by 2 is about 12. Okay, 30%. So if you live in Seattle, approximately you have a 30% approval rate there. Not great, not great, but that's what Seattle is. So if you wanted to know, you wanted like a number, it's not a random number. I took the number of the lowest judge and I took the highest judge and somewhere in the middle, and this is for everything they granted up till October 19, 2023. So very accurate. These numbers are very accurate. We got somewhere like 30% is your chance of getting approved in Seattle. Okay. Okay. All right, back to full screen. Oh, Nasir says, I have a green card for 5 years. Okay, if you have a green card, then yes, you can sponsor your mom and sister, no problem. And after 5 years being here, you can file for naturalization. Okay? So if your question is about passports, US passports for your children, the ones who are under 18 will probably become automatically citizens when you become a citizen, but not the older two. Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand your question. Let's get to Instagram. Hello, hello. Okay. Wheel of Years says, hi Marina, whether a tourist visa or free visa can be obtained while waiting for the migration petition to reunite the family. You can file for it. You're allowed to file for a tourist visa. They might or might not give it to you. They might deny you because if you have a pending immigration petition, that means you're planning to move. And if you come as a tourist, you might just stay. They might say no, but nobody knows. You can apply. Apply. It's not going to hurt to apply. See what happens. Tell me details about the F3 category. All right. The F3 category is married children of US citizens. For most countries right now, the wait time, if you file a family petition in that category, F3, it takes like 16 years. Razan says, Merry Christmas, Marina, to you and your family. We say Happy Holidays. Gopal Roy is from India. Hello. Razan is my brother, is a U.S. citizen. He lives in Los Angeles, California, and he's applying for me in the F4 siblings visa. That's going to take around 18 years. And if you were in India, if you're an Indian citizen, it's going to take like 20 years. If you're not an Indian citizen, then like 18 years. And Nushka says, can a licensed registered nurse apply by herself if she's currently working almost a year as a skilled nurse? Probably not. You will probably need a sponsor. I believe doctors can apply for themselves, but you will probably need a sponsor. Tahsin is how many years will it take if my parents apply with a married child? Married child is F3 category. And I was just in there. I shouldn't have logged out because you guys are always asking me these questions. If the child is living, let's say adult child, married, living in outside of US, right? They're currently working on July 2010 for most areas. China, they're working on July 10th. India, they're working on July 10th. If you're from Mexico, they're working in November of 2000. If you're from Philippines, they're working on November 2002. So depending on where they live, most people, they're working on 2010. So like 15-year wait. 15, 1 5 years, 15 years wait in that category. Samalik says, is it possible to change my status from asylum to another? Only marriage, nothing else usually. And in cases, if you become a widow when you're not even married for a whole year, within a year of marriage, what should you expect? If your spouse filed the I-130 petition for you and they die, you have to send them the death certificate and they will convert it to a widow petition. And when you go to the interview, they will ask you to bring proofs of the marriage, that even for that 1 year you lived with them. This was a real marriage. This was a good marriage, and they look for pictures, joint tax returns, bills, leases into names, expenses into name, stuff like that. Anna says, I'm a licensed registered nurse and I have 8 years pending asylum. No interview yet. Can I petition myself? I think it's the same person that's asking on Instagram for EB2 national interest waiver. I'm going to say no. A nurse usually needs a sponsor. And plus, I think when you are waiting for 8 years in pending asylum, that does not give you the lawful status to go from overstaying like a tourist visa that you had in the beginning of your asylum process. Then 8 years, no status. Pending asylum is not a status for immigration for like a work visa. And then going to a work visa. So for two reasons, no. I'm going to say no. Thank you for asking me on Facebook, by the way. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up today. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. I will be here with a Trump or no Trump. We will be here. We will talk about all the news, all the new information that you need to know. I'll see you next week with more news, more new information, more updates. Actually, let me see if I'm going to be here next week. No, I'm not going to be here because next week, this day, is going to be Christmas and we're closed for Christmas. So I will probably see you guys on January 8th, no earlier than that. So we won't see each other for 3 weeks. Have a happy, healthy holiday, whatever you're celebrating. Happy holidays. I hope you have a day off. I hope you have a few days off to rest, to reset. See you next year, 2025. Bye bye.